Now, the next chapter which we are going to do is the chapter of baggage, everyone. Baggage. Everyone listen to me very carefully. I will classify baggage as a... C, bolo, C. No, 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 not C. My heart says B only. I will say 2 to 4 mark. They can go ahead and ask you. They can go ahead and ask you a 2 to 4 mark question in the exam. Don't leave it and go. Sir, tell C. No. No. I will not say C. I will say B only. It's a good important chapter. C graded, so I will not do only. Don't worry. Everyone here now. For 15 mark already, your types of duties 6 marks. Valuation chapter 6 mark. Types of duties, you will get type 2 to 4 mark. Classification, you might get a 2 to 4 mark. First chapter, you might get a 2 mark. Already 10, 12 marks is over. Now this chapter, if you get 1 or 2 marks ka question, 1, 2, 3 mark ka question, over no 15 marks. But still, you don't know what are they going to ask. So you must study and go. Everyone over here now. Baggage. Everyone, what do you mean by baggage? When people go from India, outside India, when they are coming back, people over here quickly. When people go from India, outside India, when they come back, they get along with them lot of items which are there. Government went ahead and told, now when you're coming from outside India into India, in your baggage, whatever you are getting, we want custom duty on that also. But government is going ahead and telling so that international airport pe there is no congestion. Otherwise, every item do the classification, charge separate rate of duty, time waste. So they are telling one concessional rate of duty we have told 35% plus 10% social welfare surcharge. You pay and get out. So that international airport pay there is no congestion. Everyone over here. Section number 77 goes ahead and says if you are coming from outside India, owner of the baggage has to make a declaration of its content in the baggage declaration form. You have to declare what are the items you are carrying along with you. Then section number 78 goes ahead and says the rate and the tariff value applicable to baggage shall be as on the date when you file the declaration. The day you are filing the declaration, that day what rate is prevailing, that rate will be applicable. Actually, the rate of duty on baggage is 100%. But there is an exemption notification which has been issued by the government and hence the rate is only 35%. But remember, 100% duty is applicable if you get these items in your bag. What are these items, everyone? Firearms, guns, etc. Not allowed generally, but for some cases it is allowed. Firearms, cartridges. Cartridges means what, everyone? Bullets, which has more than 50%. Or CCT. What is CCT? Cigarette, cigar and tobacco. Cigarette, cigar and tobacco. Cigarette 100, cigar 25 and tobacco 125. You should remember it like this. 100 plus 25 is 125. CCT 125 and 125. If you are getting more than that, remember, or courier import, then always 100% duty will be applicable. Now listen. Computation of custom duty, the most important part. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Listen, whenever you are coming from outside India and the suitcase is being opened, the officer will go ahead and charge custom duty. He will first go ahead and say, 3 article, I will not collect any duty. Number 1 is use personal effect. Your clothes, your cap, your used item which are there, he will tell keep on the side. We will not charge any duty. In exam, personal effect means always used. If they told you personal effect means your daily necessity item. Personal effect means things for satisfying what? Daily necessity, but excludes jewelry. Personal effect and travel souvenir, no limit. You can get how much ever you want. What is a travel souvenir, everyone? Travel, you went to Paris, you got Eiffel Tower. You did not get Eiffel Tower. You got the Eiffel Tower ka small miniature, that is called a travel souvenir. So they are telling, sir, personal effect, your used item, how much ever you are getting, no problem. And secondly, travel souvenir, how much ever you are getting, bona fide. It should not be like 2 suitcases you filled with that Eiffel Tower and you got. No, 2, 3, 4, 5 for family purpose, it's okay. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next, 1 laptop computer also will be allowed for passenger greater than 18 year, no value limit. 20 lakh ka laptop, 50 lakh ka laptop, doesn't matter. 1 laptop will be always allowed. They'll be exempted from import duty. Now, the next is all the other article. First you opened your laptop, first you opened your suitcase, laptop, no duty. Travels over near, no duty. Old clothes, he will throw aside and he'll say no duty. The other things he will start seeing now. Remember, other things may, people, there's something called general free allowance, which you should remember. General free allowance. Everyone, I want to talk about general free allowance. Listen. General free allowance, rule number 3. See, baggage ka rules are there. Baggage ka rules are there. Baggage valuation rule. Rule number 1 says, my name is baggage rules. ठीक है. Rule number 2 says about the definition. Now we are talking about rule number 3 and rule number 4. This is very, very important to remember. Listen. If you are a passenger arriving from countries other than NBM, other than Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar, if you are coming from any country other than Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar, Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar are landlocked countries which are connected by land. Leaving those countries, if you are coming from any other country, passengers coming from country other than NBM, whether you are an Indian resident, who is an Indian resident? Who holds an Indian passport? Who holds an Indian passport? A normal citizen of India. It is written, Babat, everything is written. See, resident means person holding a valid passport and normally residing in India. A person who holds a valid passport and residing in India is known as a resident. Done. If you are resident. Secondly, foreigner residing in India. Might be one US ka person is there. He has got a job in India. So he is residing in India. So a resident, Indian resident, you went outside for a trip. You're coming back, you will get goods along with you. A foreigner residing in India, might be US ka one citizen is there. He came to India and now he's got a job in India. When he will go out to meet his family, when he will come back, his mama will give him laddus, etc. to eat. Yes or no, everyone? So what government is telling? A foreigner who is now residing in India. Secondly, a tourist of Indian origin. What do you mean by tourist of Indian origin? A Indian origin ka person who is now settled outside India. Tourist, and he has come as a tourist. Indian origin, for an example, Rishi Sunak. He is now in US. He is an Indian origin. Now supposingly he came to India for a trip, tourist, as a tourist. Then always remember, all these people will be given how much limit, everyone? 50,000 rupees. How much is the general free allowance? First of all, Indian or foreigner residing in India or Indian origin ka tourist. But if it is a foreign tourist, matlab foreign origin ka tourist, US ka person came on a tour to India, then only 15,000 rupees. Remember this point, everyone. In your exam, they will give you this only. They will tell you, Peter, a tourist from US came to India. Remember, 15,000. Are we clear, everyone? You have to remember very carefully. If you do question answers on this, you will not go wrong in the exam. Everyone over here now. Next. Sir, infant, babies, etc. के लिए all is bottle, babes, etc. are allowed. Other than that, nothing is allowed. Remember, for them, nothing is allowed. Other than for infant, only is used. Personal effect is allowed duty free. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Now, if you are a person coming from Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar, government told if you are coming from Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, always remember, Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar ke liye, nothing will be given if you are coming by road. Nothing. Only your clothes you can take and come. Your used personal effect you can take and come. Are we clear, everyone? Nothing else when you are coming from Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar by land route. But if you are coming by air route, whether you are an Indian resident, whether you are a foreigner residing in India, whether you are a tourist of Indian origin, whether you are a Nepalese tourist, for everyone it is 15,000 rupees only. For infants it is nil. I will tell you, I went to US. I came from a tip from US. How much will I get? Tell no louder. 50. I am a US ka person. US ka resident. In India I have come. I am not an Indian origin. US ka person. 15,000. I am an Indian now residing in India. Now, okay, mine is 15. That you understood, 15. Now I am an Indian who went to US, settled in US. Now I have come on a trip to India. 50,000. Tourist of Indian origin. 50,000. Can I go ahead, everyone? Please be very careful when 15 is applicable, when 50 is applicable. Can I go ahead, everyone? Now, Always remember one thing. Now, whenever rule number 3 you understood, rule number 4 you understood, rule number 5 goes ahead and talks about jewelry. If you are coming from outside India, jewelry, always remember, if you are getting ornaments or you are getting coin bar, etc. Coin bar, etc. are annexure 1 item. Sir, what do you mean by annexure 1 item? Annexure 1 items are, I will show you, some item on which that general fee allowance is not allowed. You have to pay full duty and you have to clear. Everyone over here, duty on full amount, there is no exemption. Annexure 1 item, and sir, even if you have 50,000 ka general free allowance, but because it is coin bar, etc., you have to pay the custom duty, only then you can clear. But sir, if you are getting ornaments from outside India, all these rings, etc., you are getting, then you have to check the stay outside India. If a person is coming back to India, you have to check his stay. If it is less than equal to 1 year, then include in the general free allowance. Means within that 50,000 or 15,000 ka limit only, you have to get it. But if the stay is more than 1 year, your general free allowance of 50 and 15 though will be allowed. Plus, you will be given additional benefit. Everyone, is this point clear to all? You will be given additional benefit. How much? Man ke liye 20 gram and lady ke liye 40 gram. And men के लिए 20 gram up to a value of 50,000, 40 gram up to a value of 1 lakh. Everyone here, I have given some example. Mr. Tejas, he came from outside India, assuming that his stay is more than 1 year and general fare allowance is already exhausted. Now, how much will be allowed? 18 gram allowed, men. Fully allowed. Value should be 50, but value is 54. So 4,000 pay you have to pay 35% plus 10% social welfare surcharge, which is 38.50%. Mrs. Baba, you have to see all this. They will tell, Mrs. Ramesh came. Mrs. Ramesh, Baba, it is Mrs. Ramesh. Can I go ahead, everyone? Please be careful. How much? 35 gram. 1,20,000. So 20,000 is the excess. 24 gram. Value is correct, but gram is more. 4 gram per gram is how much? 2,000 rupees. So 8,000 rupees pay 38.50. I hope this point is clear to all. Everyone now listen. Now officer went ahead and opened your suitcase. Officer went ahead and opened your suitcase. Now when he opens the suitcase, he will check. He will first allow you some things in the general fee allowance. Some things are not covered in the general fee allowance. It means this item, even if you have general fee allowance available with you, but you have to still pay the duty and you have to clear. What are these items? Firearm. Cartridges more than 50. Sir, if cartridges are up to 50, allowed. Cigarette, cigar and tobacco more than 100, 25 and 125 gram. 110% always. These 3 items. Firearm, cartridges more than 50, cigarette, cigar and tobacco more than 100, 25 and 1. Sir, up to 100 then? General fee allowance may it will be allowed. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Sir, if it is alcoholic liquor, more than 2 liter, general fee allowance may it will not be allowed. It is an extra 1 item. So, sir, up to 2 liter, allowed. Then, sir, gold, silver in any form other than ornament. Baba, other than ornament, to an extra 1 item, you have to pay the basic custom duty and social welfare surcharge and only then clear. Is my point clear to all? Remember, alcoholic liquor more than 2 liter, you don't have to pay 35%. It is always commercial import. The rate of commercial import is applicable and hence they will not allow you to clear only. They will say, sir, it's a commercial import more than 2 liter. And that is why you will see when people come from outside India, they get 1 liter ka 2 bottle because only 2 liters is allowed. Is my point clear to all? If you get more than 2 liters, they will not allow you only. It is commercial import. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Sir, flat panel TV, LCD, LED TV, etc. Always remember, even if you have general fee allowance, but still you have to pay the duty only, then you can clear. People, this annexure 1 item, always remember, this annexure 1 item, firearm, cartridges more than 50, cigarette, cigars, tobacco, cigar, and tobacco more than 125, 125, alcoholic liquor more than 2 liter, gold and silver in any other form other than ornament like coin bar, etc. and flat panel TV. Even if you have general fee allowance, but this item you will not be able to clear. Here you have to pay 100% plus basic custom duty. Here you have to pay 35% duty. And alcoholic liquor more than 2 liters is always commercial imports. Can I go ahead, everyone? Now listen. All the other thing, sir, cigarette, cigar, tobacco, up to 125, 125 gram. Alcoholic liquor, up to 2 liter. Ornaments, over here you write it. Sir, cartridges up to 50, right here. Any other item, right over here. Total you write over here. Deduct whether you are allowed 50,000 or 15,000. Whatever is allowed, you deduct it. And then the remaining amount you have to pay 35% plus 10%. People, you must do one question today at home. If you don't do it, you will forget it. You have to do question. Now please come to the next page, everyone. Here, I have written some important point which you can take care in the exam. See, be alert when the question of baggage is related to NBM, Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar. You will get only 15,000. Road, nothing. Person arriving by land only from Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar, only use personal effect will be allowed, no general fee allowance. Single article cannot be cleared by 2 passengers, general fee allowance not allowed to be pulled. I got one computer from outside India, 60,000 rupees ka. Personal computer, laptop is different, personal computer is different. Personal computer I got. Me and my wife both are coming. 50,000 her, 50,000 mine. 1 lakh, right? 60,000 ka computer. Can I clear? No. Either I have to clear or my wife has to clear. So 60,000 only 50 will be deducted. 10,000 I have to pay custom duty. Next, tourist. Who is a tourist, everyone? Who come with just a bag? Sir, personal who is not residing in India, entering India for stay up to 6 months in a period of 12 months for legitimate non-immigrant purpose. Laptop can be in the exam termed as laptop, notebook, computer. Baba, PCs are not laptop. Next, personal computers are not laptop. Rule number 6, not important. Rule number 7 talks about currency and negotiable instrument. Baba, it talks about currency. Currency you should get only as per FEMA. Rule number 8 goes ahead and Baba, rule number 8 is just reading category. You guys can read at home. Rule number 9 is also your reading category. You guys can read at home. Don't leave it and go. Just read once. Everyone over here now, listen. One point I will also tell you about section number 80. Temporary detention of baggage. Everyone listen. Temporary detention of baggage. Everyone listen carefully. Temporary detention of baggage. I came from outside India. In my baggage, I came from outside India. In my baggage, there's some item which I can't clear in India. For an example, I went to Africa and I got one animal skin in my bag, which I can't clear in India. Actually, why did I bring to India? Because next month I'm going to Dubai. In Dubai, my friend's wedding is there. In Dubai, animal skins are allowed. So what I can do is, I can tell the custom officer that, sir, see, I've got animal skin along with me. You have to declare first. If you try to sneak in and go and he caught it, then gone, confiscated. But you can tell him, sir, I've got animal skin along with me. You keep it with you. Those are prohibited goods. You keep it along with you. When I'm leaving India and going, I will take and go. And he will allow you. What does it say? Temporary detention, where baggage of a passenger contains dutiable or prohibited goods and the true declaration have been made. True declaration have been made. You have to give a true declaration. Proper officer, at the request of the passenger, can detain such article and return it to him on leaving India. Baba, if passenger is unable to collect, he can be returned through authorized passenger or as cargo. Sir, when leaving India, I forgot to collect. I can tell my friend, he can collect and get it. Or you can pay the money to the officer, he will send it to you as cargo. People, in this chapter, it is a B graded chapter, 2 to 4 mark. 1 2 mark MCQ or might be a 4 mark question is the maximum, or it can be 2 to 4 means 2, 3, 4 mark, anything. In my opinion, you must do this point very carefully, how to calculate your custom duty. You must do this 50,000, 15,000 very carefully, everyone, very carefully. You must do the jewelry ka additional allowance wala point over here. And these additional points which I have told, no, please be very careful about them. I will tell you one thing. If I am coming from outside India and one baby is there with me, then baby ka personal effect will be allowed to me. For an example, I have a baby along with me and that baby ka personal effect is there with me, then that will be allowed. I want to show you one question, everyone. Listen. I will show you this question because I don't want students to go wrong. See here. Mr. Noddy, an aged 40 years and citizen of Australia, is on a solo trip to India. People, 50 or 15? Tell no. 15? Because he is not an Indian tourist. He is a foreigner. 15,000. Secondly, remember, see here. He is on a solo trip. Solo means alone. He got used personal effect of his infant child for donation. Remember one thing, this infant child ka use personal effect which is there will be taken. See, you will see over here, it will be taken in the calculation. Because only if the infant is there, to the infant, his clothes are allowed. But if I get it and my infant is not there with me, then that will be taken in the general free allowance ka calculation over here, everyone. Where? Here. I hope you guys will remember the points which I've gone ahead and told you. I'll close my revision on the chapter of baggage, everyone. Done.